Round 20, we need to start by making slip stitch into the chain space, then chain of 3, and into the this is the first double crochet, and into the same chain space we will work 4 more double crochets. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. We've got 5 stitches in our chain space, and now we have to make chain of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Into the V-stitch we will work 3 double crochets together. So 1, 2 and 3, then chain of 3 and 3 double crochets together. 1, 2 and 3. Now chain of 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and into the next chain free space we will work 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So chain of 8, 6, 7, 8, and now we need to start repeat our pattern all the way around. So now we have to work 3 double crochets together into the next chain free space, then chain of 3 and 3 double crochets together. So at the moment our work look like that. Round 21, we need to start by making chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and then into the next 4 stitches 1 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now chain of 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and into the chain free space we will work 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Chain of 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and into the next 5 double crochets we need to make 1 double crochet in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Chain of 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, into the chain free space 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now again chain of 8, 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches, and we need to repeat our pattern all the way around. Round 22, we need to start by making chain of 3 as a first double crochet, and then into the next 2 stitches we need to make 1 double crochet. 1 and 2. The last 2 we need to skip. Now we are making chain of 6 into the chain space 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, then into the next 3 stitches 1 double crochet. 1, 2 and 3. The last 2 stitches we need to skip, chain of 6, 5 and 6, 4 double crochets into the chain space, 1, 2, 3 and 4, then into the next 3 1 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. So again we need to skip the last 2 stitches and we need to repeat our pattern all the way around. At the end we have to work the last 4 double crochets into the chain space and then slip stitch into the top of chain 3. Now round 23 we have to start by making chain of 3 as a first double crochet, then we need to skip the last 2 stitches and we will work chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got chain of 3 as a first double crochet and chain of 4 as a chain 4 space. Into the chain space we need to work 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then into the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches, 1 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And again we need to skip the last 2 stitches, then chain of 4, and we have to repeat what we've done here. So 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, chain of 4, and we need to repeat our pattern all the way around. Around 24 we need to start by making slip stitch into the first 2 chain stitches, so 1 and 2, then into the chain space we have to make 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, then 1 double crochet into the next 9 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into the next 7 stitches. We should have 11. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11 stitches. Now chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 4 double crochets into the chain space, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 double crochet into the next 7 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So again we need to skip the next 2 stitches, chain of 4, and we will start repeat our pattern all the way around. Now round 25, so at the end we've done the last chain of 4 and slip stitch into the top of chain 3. Now chain of 3 as a first double crochet, then double crochet into the next stitch, and then into the each stitch until the last 2. So we've got at the moment 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. The last 2 stitches we need to skip. Now chain of 2, 4 double crochets into the chain of 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, then 1 double crochet into the next 9 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Chain of 2 again, 4 double crochets into the chain space, so 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then 1 double crochet into the next 9 stitches. So now again we need to repeat our pattern all the way around. Row 26 we need to start by making chain of 3 and then 1 double crochet into the next 6 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then chain 1, we have to skip the last 2 stitches into the chain 2 space from the previous round, 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4, then 1 double crochet into the next 11 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So again we need to skip the last 2, chain 1, 4 double crochets into the chain 2 space, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then we need to continue our pattern. So at the end we will work the last 4 double crochets we will work 4 double crochets into the last chain 2 space, then 1 double crochet in each stitch, so into the next 4 stitches, and slip stitch into the top of chain 3. Round 27, so chain 3 as a first double crochet, then 1 double crochet in each stitch. In this round we are not skipping any stitches, so 1 double crochet in each stitch. So at the moment I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches, 6 and 7. Then into the chain 1 space we will work 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and then again 1 double crochet in each stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Then 2 double crochets into the chain 1, 1 and 2, and again 1 double crochet in each stitch. So basically we are working 1 double crochet in each stitch, then into the chain 1 space 2 double crochets, and again 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. Round 28, chain of 3 as a first double crochet, then into the next 6 stitches 1 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So basically we've done 7 stitches, and now we've got 2 double crochets which we've done in a chain space plus other 2, so those 4 we need to skip, then chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we will make 1, 2, 3, 4 first double crochet into the 5th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now we've done 13 double crochets, and again we've got 2 double crochets into the chain space and another 2, so we have to skip the 4 stitches, chain of 5 and double crochet into the 5th stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So into the 5th stitch and then into the next 12 stitches, so we should have again 2 double crochets into the chain space. So we need to skip again the next 4 stitches, chain of 5 and 1 double crochet in each 13 stitches. So now we need to repeat this pattern all the way around. Round 29, we have to start by making chain of 3 as a first double crochet, then 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The last 1 double crochet we need to skip, then we have to work chain of 5, 3, 4, 5. So this one we need to skip, single crochet into the chain space and chain of 5 again. Now we need to skip the first 2 stitches and we will start working double crochet into the third one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. We've done 10 double crochets. The last double crochet we need to skip, and again chain of 5, single crochet into the chain space, then chain of 5, and we need to repeat our pattern as we've done from the beginning of our round, or actually just here. So we have to skip the first 2 double crochets, first double crochet into the third stitch, then in each stitch until the last one. The last one we need to skip, and then we are working chain of 5 and single crochet into the chain space from the previous round. Now round 30. We have to start by making chain of 3 as a first double crochet, then 1 double crochet into the next 1, 2, 3 and 4 stitches. So again we have to skip the last one. 2, 3 and 4. Then chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the first chain 5 space, chain of 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the second chain 5 space, chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exactly the same as on the previous round. So we have to skip the first 2 double crochets, double crochet into the third stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. The last double crochet we need to skip. Chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the first chain 5 space, chain of 5, single crochet into the second chain 5 space, chain of 5, and again we have to skip the first 2 stitches, double crochet into the third one, and then in each stitch apart from the last one. So now our pattern we need to repeat all the way around. At the end we have to skip the last 2 double crochets, the first double crochets, and then into the next 2 we have to make 1 double crochet in each stitch. After that slip stitch into top of chain 3. Now round 31, chain of 3 as a first double crochet, then we need to make 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2 and 3. Now chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the first chain 5 space from the previous round, then chain of 3, into the next chain 5 space we need to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2 and 3. Chain of 3 again, single crochet into the next chain 5 space, then chain of 5. And again the same as on the previous rounds, we need to skip the first 2 stitches into the third double crochet, and then into the next 1, 2, 3 stitches. 1, 2 and 3. Chain of 5, single crochet into the first chain 5 space, chain of 3, 3 double crochets into the next chain space, 1, 2 and 3, then chain of 3, single crochet into the next chain 5 space, and then chain of 5, 4 and 5. We need to skip the first 2 stitches into the first double crochet. So now we need to repeat our pattern all the way around. At the end of our round we have to skip the first 2 double crochets, so basically after the last chain of 5 we need to work slip stitch into the top of chain 3. Round 32. We need to start by making slip stitch into the first 2 stitches. So as I said, at the end we have to skip the first 2 stitches. We will work slip stitch into the top of chain 3 and now into the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, chain of 3 as a first double crochet, and now chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we are going into the first chain space and we will make single crochet, then chain of 3, 1, 2, 3. We are going into the first double crochet and we need to work 2 double crochets into the same stitch, 1 and 2, then 2 double crochets into the second stitch, 1 and 2, and another 2 double crochets into the third one, 1 and 2, chain of 3, single crochet into the chain 5 space, so we have to skip chain 3, then chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we need to work 1 double crochet into the third stitch, so exactly the same as at the beginning of our round. So our chain 3 was as a first double crochet, then we've done chain of 5. So now we need to repeat chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the first chain 5 space, then chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochets in each stitch, 1 and 2, then 1 and 2, 1 and 2, chain of 3, single crochet into the chain 5 space, chain of 5, double crochet into the third stitch, and from now we need to repeat this pattern all the way around. Now round 32. We need to start by making slip stitch into the first 3 chain stitches, 1, 2 and 3. So now we should be in the center of our first chain stitch, and we will make chain 1 as a single crochet and then chain of 3, 1, 2, 3. So we've done 4 chain stitches. Now again we have to skip chain 3 space and we are going into the 6 double crochets, 1 double crochet into the first 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, then chain of 3 and 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the second chain space. So again with first one we need to skip, then chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we need to skip double crochet and single crochet into the next chain space, chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and now we need to repeat what we've done here. So 1 double crochet into the first 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, then chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. So from now again we need to repeat chain of 3, single crochet into the second chain space, then chain of 5, single crochet into the next chain space. So each time, as we've got double crochet from the previous round, we have to work chain of 5, then chain of 3, and again 1 double crochet into the first 3 stitches, then chain of 3, 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And from now we need to repeat our pattern all the way around. Round 34. We need to start by making slip stitch in each chain stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and then into the first double crochet. Now we will start by making chain of 2, and we will work 3 double crochets together. So instead of making chain of 3, I've done chain of 2, and then first part of the double crochet into the first stitch. So we have to work through first 2 loops, and the last need to stay on the hook, and the same into the next stitch. We are working first through first 2 loops, the last is on the hook, and now we've got 3 stitches. We can finish the stitch, and basically we've got 3 double crochets together. Now chain of 3, 1, 2, 3. We are going into the chain free space, and we need to work 3 times 3 double crochets together. So now is the first time, 3 times first part of the double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. We've got 4 loops on the hook, and we can finish the stitch working through all 4 loops. Chain of 3, and again 3 double crochets together into the same chain space. 1, 2, and 3. We've got 4 loops. We can finish the stitch. Chain of 3, and one more time. 1, 2, and 3. 4 loops on the hook. We can finish the stitch. Chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and now into the next 3 stitches we need to make 3 double crochets together. So in each stitch, first part of the double crochet, 1, into the next stitch, 2, and into the next stitch, 3. So we should have 4 loops on the hook. Now we can finish the stitch. So at the moment our work look like that. Now chain of 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going into the chain 5 space, and we need to make single crochet. Chain of 4, and from now we need to repeat what we've done at the beginning. So into the first 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets together, so 3 times first part of the double crochet, 1, into the next stitch, 2, and into the next stitch, 3. 4 loops on the hook. We can finish the stitch. Chain of 3, and into the chain free space, 3 double crochets together. So 1, 2, and 3. 4 loops on the hook. We can finish. Chain of 3, and again 3 double crochets together. 1, 2, and 3, 4 loops on the hook, chain of 3, one more time, 1, 2 and 3, 4 loops on the hook, chain of 3, and now 3 double crochets together into the next 3 stitches. So first part of the double crochet into the first stitch, first part of the double crochet into the second, and first part into the third. 4 loops on the hook, we can finish the stitch. And again, chain of 4, single crochet into the chain 5 space, chain of 4, into the next 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets together. So first part of the double crochet in each stitch. 4 loops on the hook, we can finish the stitch. So from now we need to repeat our pattern all the way around. At the end of our round, when we've done the last chain of 4, we need to work slip stitch onto the top of 3 double crochets together. So just into that bigger loop on the top. Now the last one round 35, we need to make slip stitch into the first chain space, then chain 1 as a first single crochet. Into the same chain space we need to make one more single crochet, then chain of 3 and single crochet into the first chain stitch. So just into the first one. So now we've done picot. Into the same chain space we have to make 2 more single crochets, 1 and 2. Now we are going into the next chain space and we will work the same, 2 single crochets, chain of 3, single crochet into the first chain, and 2 more single crochets, 1 and 2. Into the next chain space the same, 2 single crochets, then picot by making chain of 3 and single crochet into the first chain, then 2 more single crochets, 1 and 2. One more time, 2 single crochets, chain of 3, single crochet into the first chain, and 2 more single crochets, 1 and 2. Now we are going into the chain 4 space and we will work 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and the same into the next chain 4, 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And again we are going into the chain 3 space, then we need to make 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, then chain of 3, single crochet into the first chain, and 2 more single crochets, 1 and 2. So now we need to repeat this pattern all the way around. At the end of our round we need to work slip stitch into the first single crochet of our round, and that's it. Now we can fasten off and cut the yarn. So our project is done. Thank you for staying with me to the end of this tutorial. If you are like this project, just put your thumbs up, and if you are new on my channel, don't forget to subscribe.